Well, I was injured September 19th, 2010. And that was a very normal night for the assault force that I was a part of. I was in special operations. We only went out under the cover of darkness. It was usually after very specific targets, very specific missions. And when I was injured, we were moving across a river, and we were at a spot that I basically determined it was the only place we could get across the river. I told my guys we needed to hold, they needed to let me check things out because I was pretty sure there was a bomb buried somewhere there and I needed to find it. And I went through everything that I could do to find that bomb buried in the battlefield, and I didn't find it until ultimately I very likely stepped on it. After I detonated the device that was buried beneath my feet, I wasn't knocked out instantly. I remember very vividly the moment that I was injured. I can remember the explosion happening, and it tumbled me through the air, and I probably landed maybe 5 or 10 feet from where I had been standing previously. And I can remember just being surrounded in this huge cloud of dust from this device that had been buried in the ground. And I was in obviously quite a bit of pain, and there was a good reason why I couldn't stand up, and you know, the wind was knocked out of me, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. And eventually I figured out what was happening because I still had my radio device in my ear, and my men were talking about me, radioing up my call sign saying, "EOD is hit, EOD is down," and that was me. That's how I knew I was the one that was hit. Well, I decided that I was going to run for office as I was laying in that bed in Walter Reed. And that's when I told my wife, I'm going to make sure that the best defense I give this country is as a member of Congress. And that's where I decided to do it. Well, I'd want them to know what my commitment was. I think when I think of Washington, D.C., I think of something just outside of Washington. I think of Arlington National Cemetery. And that's where, unfortunately, I have many friends that are buried. And I think of what their commitment was to this country and everything that they believe in and everything that they were willing to give everything they had for. You know, I hope that I can be a great example to every person to my left and right while I'm up here, that I can show them that because this is my belief in life. Every single American, we have this in common, that we all face challenges. We all face some sort of difficulty or adversity in our life. Maybe it's physical, like what happened to me in war. Maybe it's mental or financial or something with family or marriage or 101 other things. We all face challenges. And what separates us is what we do in response to the challenges that we face.